So after we identified the distance part for him being the biggest priority, then we have to look at the mechanics and understand why we're not hitting it as far as we want, and then what pieces would we introduce or add to start hitting it farther. So we're going through some of the in-swing, backswing pieces that we would do for speed, and then also swing direction during the downswing. Both two things that can really enhance the speed mechanically.
So
if I were to continue to do this for a longer time, it just would get better just by doing it for that long.
Let's say right now, I'm just making up numbers, you're exaggerating 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
If you exaggerate 10 out of 10 every single time, meaning 10 out of 10 on day 2 when you're more used to it means it's exaggerated more, but it's your 10 out of 10 for that day, you're going all in, then you get like it's like compounded interest.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Or you got to make 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10. So let's go here. And then when we come down, the next part of this for us is going to be where the handle gets and then dynamic loft. So at impact, when we go here, to have the dynamic loft we're looking for with this club, which yours is a little bit too high, that handle's got to be a little bit more forward than that.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of like over your left leg, inside of your left thigh.
I need more forward shaft lean.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want you to get the shaft lean by pulling your hands forward. I want to show you how to do it different ways through rotation. But this is going to be our next battle with this. If you want to hit it farther, we want more speed, less dynamic loft.
Yeah. So I'm adding loft to the club.
You're not de-lofting at all.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Okay.
So if I swing a club at, don't quote me on these numbers, but if I swing this 8 iron at 100 miles an hour with a given loft, and I keep that same loft and swing at 110 miles an hour, it's going to go farther.
Yeah.
But what if I swing at 110 and I take off 3 degrees?
Then it's going to go further.
Even farther.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be our next project of some of what our downswing stuff is going to be. But right now, I need you to continue doing this backswing.
But that looks pretty good to me.
That looks pretty good to me too.
Yeah.
We're going to probably do a little bit more. I may get your left shoulder a little bit higher and eliminate some tilt, but this looks pretty darn good. I'd like for your lower body now to be a little bit more dynamic, which I'll explain to you how we're going to do that. But first, we're going to do swing direction.
So am I flipping the club, do you think?
No, I would say you're not flipping if I get you here.
Like, that's pretty
You're
good.
neutral.
That's
You're taking this loft of this 8 iron and returning it back to, I'm just purely making up numbers here. Let's say you're de-lofting at 1 degree, and I want you to de-loft at 10.
Yeah.
You're de-lofting at 1, I want you to de-loft at 10.
Yeah, okay.
That's the answer. So you're not flipping, you're just going back to like neutral.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing necessarily.
It's just not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to hit it how far you hit it.
So do tour pros de-loft it that much?
Every one of them.
10 degrees?
Every one of them. No, I just made that number up.
Yeah. Okay.
No idea. But they take a given loft of an 8 iron, and then at impact, is their handle straight up and down, or is it slightly forward?
Slightly forward, always.
If it's forward, am I adding loft or taking off loft?
Adding loft. Well,
No.
you're taking off loft,
Right.
yeah. You're de-lofting the
You're
club.
de-lofting.
Yeah.
So that answers your question.
Yeah.
So before we get into that next part, okay, I want to check your swing direction a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.